From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is NewsFix.
In this update, an Israeli airstrike has reportedly killed 9 children from one doctor's family. It's understood the children's mother was working as a doctor at Nasser Hospital when her home was hit and 9 of her children killed. One child and her husband were injured but survived. Dr. Tanya Hassan, who's worked in Gaza, told the BBC about the moment the children were brought into the hospital.
Dr. Alat's colleagues who went with her were all in tears. My colleague said she needed to faint. She was passing out just from the image of her friend and colleagues' children in front of her.
Israel's military says its aircraft struck a number of suspects operating from a structure near IDF troops and says civilians in the area had been evacuated. Nearly 2/3 of New Zealanders believe surcharges should be banned. Mastercard has recently released a survey showing 75% don't believe surcharges are fair and 44% feel retailers should absorb the costs. Mastercard New Zealand and Pacific Islands country manager Ruth Riviere says the Commerce Commission needs to do more.
Their own research shows that payment costs are at about 1% and surcharging is at about 2%. But I think all of us have experienced surcharges well in excess of 2%.
The Commerce Commission says businesses should not be surcharging customers more than the cost to them of accepting a payment. Strong dairy commodity prices could be good news for farmers this season. Rabobank says it expects the opening farmgate milk price of around $9.50 a kilo of milk solids, depending on the exchange rate. Rabobank senior agricultural analyst Emma Higgins says New Zealand dairy products have a wide appeal.
We've seen really broad-based demand so far for our dairy products, and that's really set that strong elevated pricing floor.
And phones across the country will be buzzing with emergency messages tonight. An annual nationwide test of the emergency mobile alert systems happening between 6 and 7 o'clock this evening. That's news. To sport, and Auckland FC coach Steve Corica has blasted the officiating after their semi-final exit in football's A-League. Melbourne Victory have won 2-1 on aggregate after a 2-0 second league win in Auckland. The hosts were denied what would have been a tie equalising goal because the cross was deemed to have gone out. The Chiefs have moved back to the top of Super Rugby with a 85-7 win over Moana Pacifica in Hamilton. Meanwhile, a try after the extra time siren has given the Waratahs a 22-17 win over the Force. And Novak Djokovic has broken his form slump ahead of the French Tennis Open. He's clinched his 100th ATP singles title with a 3-set win over 31st ranked Polish player Herbert Hurkacz at the Geneva Open. That's sport. I'm Diana Vezic.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.